Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully get our appropriate ID wise all that images, name, and then the price, and then the old price, right? Now all the data is now dynamic. So now in this video, I want to first of all complete that our href. Like if you click it, now you can see there is a bicycle ID, and then there is one of the ID, and then I pass one of the identifier, right? And now this identifier would be as a dynamic identifier. Like if you go to our JSON file, into the .json, that is one of the ID. Right now I want to display this ID. Simple work. So if you want to do that work in our index, so in our that is our method here, I want to take another one. Okay, I simply copy it. And then I want to do better, I copy this one. That will be just like that same. I copy it, and after that I paste it. So now that will be replace that will be HTML, right? HTML, and then replace with our identifier name. If you go to our there is bmain.html, here I have already put one of the identifier name as a ID, right? So that will be as a ID. Okay, and this ID will be, I want to access it with the bicycle and our JSON data field name as a ID. So I copy it, then that will be as a ID. So now automatically that will be our total dynamic. Okay, if you now click as a save all, and now if you go back, click as a refresh this page. Okay, now if you click it here, you can see it's now successfully get that our ID as a 0 ID. And if you go back, and then if you go to the 2, you can see there is our 1 ID. Great. And also there is our another one as this one as a 5 ID. Click it, you can see there is a 5 ID related images, the name, and then price is visible. Okay, and then if you go back, everything is great. That means our link is now successfully perfect. So our ID is now totally dynamic. Okay, now I want to work in our this discount price. Okay, so for the discount price here, if you go to our file, and for the discount, that is actually our discount. Okay, so for the discount, that is one of the div. Here I want to do when there have any discount, then that will be display this discount div, rather than that will be not display. Okay, for the reasons here I want to use another identifier. Better I copy it, and I want to take another identifier name. I just name it as a discount rate. Okay, I make it as a discount rate. So I named that as a discount rate. Right now I want to cut it. Okay, I cut that things from to this position. And now in our index, into this index here, after this, okay, after this I want to better first of all paste it, because here I want to add one of the condition. When there have any discount, then that will be display this discount, rather than that will be display nothing. Okay, so for the reasons here I add one of the if condition. Okay, I put one of the if condition, if with this bicycle, right? With this bicycle, not the bicycles, that is actually a bicycle, right? So with this bicycle, now if you go to our JSON data, and here you can see there is a has discount. When this has discount will be as a true, then that will be display, rather than that will be not display. Okay, so that is how I want to access this has discount. So now with this bicycle, I want to access this has discount. That means if there have any discount, then I want to replace it. Okay, I want to replace, better I copy it, and then after that, that is our if condition here. I want to paste it. Okay, so here then our HTML will be replace our identifier name. Our identifier name, I name it as a discount rate. So that will be as a discount rate. Okay friends, just simply understand, it's very easy, all that process. Then that will be display the discount rate, and there is our global. Okay, I make these things as a global, and after that here I want to pass this div. So now I cut this div, and now into this our backtick, into this backtick area I simply paste it. Okay, I paste this div, and else it should be do another work. Okay, I make this as a else it should be do another work. So now our this part should be as a dynamic, right? So if you want to make this part as a dynamic, so that is our which data, that is if you go to our JSON data, that is our discount price, right? So now I want to access this discount. Simple work. So if you want to access it, first of all, right now I remove it, and then I want to use that as a $sign, right? That will be the $sign, and then the curly bracket, and into this curly bracket, right now if you want to access our JSON data, that will be with the bicycle, right? With this bicycle, sorry, I copy it, and with this bicycle I want to access our database field name, or field name as a discount. Okay, now I simply copy it, then that will be as a discount. So now our discount should be as a totally dynamic, and else that will be display on the empty array. Better I copy it. Okay, I copy total things, and then after that I paste it, and else it should be display nothing. That means here that will be display as empty. Okay, I simply pass it as empty. Okay, I hope you understand that part. Is very easy, all that process. And now that is our and one. Great. So now if you click as a save all, and now if you go, if they have any discount, now our discount should be as a dynamic. Click as a refresh. Yes, you can see now there is a 25%, there is a 30%, the 40%, and then you can see for these two of this product there have no discount maybe. So that is our ID as a 3 ID, and that is our ID as a 5 ID. Now let's check this out. If you go to our JSON data, into the JSON data for the ID 4 and the ID 5, you can see that is actually the false. Okay, so that is a 5, that is a false, that means they have no discount. And also for the 3, you can see that is actually the false. Okay, for the reasons it's not display any discount, and you can see it's not display nothing. Here I make this part as a empty. Okay, so that is for the reasons it's not display anything. I hope friend at that point it's very much clear to you. And now there is another one as Easter. Okay, so for the Easter, as I told you, what exactly that will be do. Like if you go to again our JSON data, into the JSON data you can see there is one of the field as Easter. So here in our particular that position I have also added one of the identifier as Easter. I want to do first of all that will be check in our Easter how many rating is here. Like when that will be as a 3, I want to do and to replace with our this identifier as a checked. Okay, before that was as a checked. So now I want to simply pass it. So if you want to pass it first of all in our index. Okay, here I want to do and to create another for loop, because here one by one we have to check, right? So simple work. I use that as a for loop, and into this for loop area first of all I take one of the variable as an index. Okay, I name that as an index. So into this index area it should be started from to the 0. Okay, it should be started from to the 0, and now I want to access our how many times that will be that means this loop will be executed. That means that is our index will be less than our which one, less than our star, right? That is our star. How many star is here, we have to get this data. So that is in our star field. I want to access this star field. If you want to access it, we have to access it with this bicycle, right? With this bicycle I want to access our star field. Great. So if we get this data, then automatically one by one that will be updated, because that should be the multiple one. So for the reasons I make it as index will be as a ++. Okay friend, great. And now I want to replace it, right? I want to replace like where I copy it and then I paste it. So HTML will be replace our identifier name. I name it as a star. So here that will be replace our total value, right? That means how many value is for the star, that will be replace it. So here it will be replaced with our which things, it will be replaced before that was as a checked, right? Here I want to do and to make it as a, it will be replaced with the check. So you can use that backtick rather than I want to use that as a single quote, and with the single quote I make it as a checked. Okay, checked. Great. Now that should be updated. Now let's check this out. How much easy you can see friend, if you understand the core functionality, is very easy. Like now click as a refresh. So now you can see it's now get all that as a star, right? That means all that actually 5 star is selected. It's because of all here you can see I make it as a global. So that should be not global because there is some of the specific our data. So it should be get that our star value data, right? Now I make it as a click as a save all. And now let's check this out. Click as a refresh. Yes, you can see now that is appropriate. So for the 0 index, that is a value maybe as a 4. If you go to that as 0, you can see that is our star value as a 4. For the reasons our 4 is a checked, and for the 1 that is a 5, and you can see that is a for the 1 that is a 5, for the 2 that is a 3. For the reasons you can see get the 3 value, and 3 value is selected and 2 is our unselected. Great. Now that is totally dynamic. Okay friend, I hope you like it very much. We successfully solved this issue. And also here one thing's like if you make it as inspect, okay, with this inspect like I show you, you can see that is here that is one is the unblank, right? That is not checked. So for the reasons it's getted that our identifier, right? It's getted that our identifier right now that should be not display like that way. So here I want to do for this one I want to make it as one of the empty. Okay, empty string I want to pass. So if you want to pass it, then in our index, okay, into this index here, after this I want to run another one. Okay, after this I want to run another one that will be as a replace our star with the empty. Okay, that will be empty, and this one will be for the global. I make it as a G. Okay, so that will be for the global. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh, and now if you select it, you can see it's not totally empty. Okay, now they have no issues. Perfect. So friend, here we successfully complete one of the project with using that pure Node.js. I hope you like it very much. That is simple one of the project, but if you understand step by step, we'll go more deep. But that is one of the another simple project. I hope it's very much clear to you how to pass some of the ID and a specific this ID related all the data, how you can load it. So right now there is actually one of the static data. You can also add another field for this, then the procedure will be just like that same. Okay, so that is your task. Simply in here, okay, in here simply create another property as a details or description, and in the description you can actually get all the description data. Okay, then simply loaded this description data just like as a name, images, or the price. Okay, perfect. Great. So here we successfully complete this project. I hope every part is very much clear. So if you have any issues, if you have any problem, just let me know about it. I am here to help you as much as I can. So friend, step by step we'll go more deep. I hope you like it very much. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.